Hey everyone, in today's video we are unboxing the Marshmallow Marseille Tarot deck. What's up everyone? Welcome back to Living by the F Word. Today we are unboxing the Marshmallow Marseille Tarot deck, which I am so excited for. It has taken me forever to do this unboxing. It's honestly a shame. Should have been done forever ago, but we're doing it today. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jess. I'm a fine artist, flight attendant, and festival enthusiast, and I talk about F words that I'm passionate about here on my channel, and I also talk about tarot, oracle, and Lenormand card divination. So if you're interested in any of those topics, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out. Without further ado, let's get into the deck and the cards right now. Hello friends, welcome back to the table. Today we are unboxing, oh, I can't believe it. First of all, can we talk about this packaging? Oh, we are unboxing finally the Marshmallow Marseille Tarot deck, which is a deck I truly feel like I manifested into my life. I was eyeing this deck for such a long time. I just realized that my bookmark broke over here. Okay, I'll fix that later. Let's get to the point, right? So this was a deck that I was eyeing for so long. I have been loving learning the tarot, but I have a lot of non-traditional decks, or I have a lot of decks that really are based off of the Waite Smith format. And so I really wanted to get a Tarot de Marseille deck because I just really wanted to have one of those types of decks in my collection. And when I saw some people unboxing this deck on their channel, I literally almost lost my shit because it just felt like the perfect modern version for me. And you could even tell by this packaging. Look at this iridescent amazingness. This is basically what the deck reminds me of. You know, this packaging reminds me of this deck pretty much. That color scheme, those iridescent, beautiful pastel colors. So anyways, this deck was sold out. It was sold out everywhere I looked. Everywhere. Amazon, smaller shops. It was sold out. And so the reason why I feel like I manifested it into my life was because I kept saying, I need that deck. I need that deck. I want that deck. That deck needs to be a part of my collection. How am I going to get that deck? I hope I see when someone says that they're getting rid of this deck or they want to trade this deck or whatever. I just was all about it and was thinking, I need to have it. And so I don't know why, but I actually went on to the designer's website and or the artist's website of the deck, and they had smaller shops that have the deck. And when I looked there, all of those shops had sold out this particular deck. And when I went back, for some reason, it looked like it had been updated. And I was like, that's strange. There's only 2 shops now instead of there was 3 before. And so I clicked on the shop, Neon Altar. Okay. As you can see, this package is from Neon Altar. And they had them in stock. It was like a matter, I'm not even kidding. It was like a matter of like 15 seconds of me looking again one night. They were sold out, and then I went back, and for some reason they were magically readily available. And so I got it, and I'm finally unboxing it, which this is another unboxing that took far too long, in my opinion. I ordered this forever ago, and oops, that's really, oh my God, look how sticky that is. Wow. I ordered this deck so long ago, and it really just is a shame that it's taking me this long to unbox it for you, but I just had some other stuff going on. So here we are, and I cannot wait to start using it. Neon Altar sent me some cute little stickers. How adorable. I'm a sticker person. I have a video on my YouTube channel about how to turn your stickers into magnets. So go check that out if you're into do-it-yourself projects. I call it fulfill it yourself since my channel is living by the F word. Okay. The moment of truth. I am so excited for this, guys. I honestly cannot believe I got this deck. I mean, it really was sold out for what felt like an eternity. And so I actually don't know what edition this even is. I know that the first edition, the backs of the cards were not holographic. And I know that the second edition, the backs were holographic. So now I don't know if this is a third edition or if they just got more in stock or what. I have no idea. I don't care. I'm just happy that I finally have this beauty as a part of my collection. So here we have the Marshmallow Marseille Tarot, and it's by Wandering Oracle. I couldn't think of the name before. Okay, let's hope I can get this packaging undone without scissors. We all know that I do not like using scissors after I cut a box open during one of these unboxings. I definitely don't like using scissors anymore. Yay. Here we go. Okay, so I'm wondering if it's gonna say anything as far as what edition this is. But first of all, we have that beautiful iridescent look to it. So I'm really hoping this is similar to the second edition where the backs of the cards are like that. And then we have this amazing magnetic box. So as you can see, the magnetic box, beautiful. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh my goodness. Okay, and so I don't know if we could see in there where my light, to get my lighting up for you. Oh, there we go. It says it's for Heather Wong. Thanks for the magic, sister. It's really small print, but that's what it says. Thanks for the magic, sister. Oh, guys, I am so excited for this. You have no idea. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we just have okay. So first of all, we do have our backs, which are iridescent. And I think I saw on someone else's unboxing that they didn't like this. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. I love anything rainbow. But hey, different strokes for different folks. This is why there are thousands upon thousands of tarot decks, oracle decks, Lenormand decks out there, because everyone is different and all these artists are different, and they, you know, create these different things, and different people like what they like and dislike what they don't like. So let's go through and look at these cards. Okay. So here is our Fool. I'm so excited, guys. This is my first pip deck. First pip deck ever. I'm really hoping it's going to help me learn the tarot better, in all honesty, because I learned on non-traditional decks. I really didn't learn on Waite Smith like most people did. And so I still have trouble when it comes to the suits. And so I think with a pip deck, some people are saying, oh no, pip decks are so hard to read, but I really think it's going to help me narrow in on numerology and understanding the meaning behind the numbers and the suits. So, I mean, I do know a lot about the tarot. I've been studying and collecting it for a few years now, but I still definitely don't know as many as other people. And so I'm just so excited for having this first pip deck, and especially this deck because it's just a modern flair with like pastel colors. It is just in a traditional Marseille deck, it's primary colors. Usually it's red, blue, and yellow. And so this has this, you know, light, airy pastel look to it, and I just absolutely love it. There's our Magician, card 1. Okay. And the size of these are actually, they're kind of like a poker size. So now that before I keep going with this, let's take a look. They're a little bit, okay, so they're a little bit bigger. That's the 1889 Lenormand I have there, which is a standard poker size. So they're a little bit wider, but they are definitely not as long as, say, a traditional tarot card. Let me just grab one. Okay, so you could see the size there. Okay, definitely not as long as a traditional tarot card. They're kind of like a poker size. So just letting people know that, because some people don't really like working with the smaller cards. I love cards of all shapes and sizes, all different artwork. I think I've become more addicted to collecting the decks for the artwork versus mastering the systems even. Like, I just like am so obsessed with the cards themselves. Okay. Here we have our High Priestess. And so I love her outfit. I want to design something like that for, I don't know, Burning Man or something. Like, look how sick that is. The Empress. Emperor. Le Pape, the Pope, or the Hierophant. But with a Marseille deck, they are usually is the Pope. Oh, yes. Okay, and so here we have the Lover. But you notice there's 3 people on there. I want to point out to you guys, if you are interested in learning the tarot, in particular pip decks and Marseille style, you have to get this book right here. This is like the master book of all tarot books, which is The Way of Tarot, Spiritual Teachers in the Spiritual Teacher in the Cards. And it's by Alejandro Jodorowsky. Whew, his last name always trips me up. And it's also by Marie Anne Costa. But this guy has dedicated his life to studying Tarot de Marseille. And it is just, this was one of the first tarot books I got which was another reason why I was so confused when people were learning Rider-Waite Smith, because I was like, what is going on here? You know, I didn't realize the different systems within the tarot. You know, we have Rider-Waite Smith, we have the Marseille, and then we have also the Thoth. So they all work differently. And so I was really confused, but I wanted to just pull this out because now that I'm looking at this Lover's card, or the Lover is actually what it is in the Marseille deck, I want to show you, let's see if I can, right here. So you could see even in this deck, it's actually called the Lover. And I remember reading about it in this book that, you know, you don't really know what's going on here. Like, is he in love with both of them? Is there multiple lovers here? And it actually explains how, in the Rider-Waite Smith edition, how it got turned into the Lovers. But the Marseille style is older, and it actually was always just the Lover. And it always looked like this, where two people were on the side of the lover, and you could see, and they're all getting shot up by Cupid there. But yeah, this book is so interesting, and I know some of you are here only for the cards, and so I am not going to keep you too long, but I just thought it was a great point to bring up, because a lot of people don't realize that it actually, card 6 in the major arcana was actually the Lover, and then it got changed in translation. And I doubt I'll be able to find it in here, because this is such an in-depth guidebook. It really is just so amazing. It tells you what you can expect in the reading, and what this card would be saying to you if it were actually speaking. And, you know, the traditional interpretations, it's actually so complex. He is just, it's so fascinating the way he studied the decks, or the deck basically. And it's really, actually, it was almost overwhelming. When I first started reading the book, I was like, whoa, this guy really dove deep into the meaning behind the cards. So just a recommendation and a little fun fact for anyone watching that, you know, is learning tarot, stuff like that. Okay, moving on. We have the Chariot. Okay, now here's something else that we have with the Marseille Tarot deck. We have card 8, which is Justice. And so that might be confusing to some people that have learned on Rider-Waite Smith, because in the Rider-Waite Smith, the card 8 is usually Strength, and card 11 is usually Justice. But in the Tarot de Marseille, the card 8 is Justice and card 11 is Strength. I think I just got bit by a mosquito. Crap. My leg is itching. Probably did. For anyone watching this, I am in my studio, which is also my garage that I converted into an art studio. And I have a whole series on my channel about how I did that. So it's very possible that there is some type of bug in here that just bit me. Okay, here we go. My life path card, which is the Hermit. I love that he's like in green too, because some blues, but greens and yellows. That's like one of my favorite colors. Oh my gosh, my mood ring looks like it's kind of green right now. Huh, that's amazing. Love it. All right, here we go. Card 10, the Wheel of Fortune. I am just I can't believe I have this deck, guys. I can't believe I have this deck, and I also can't believe it has taken me so long to unbox this. It is basically just such a terrible thing to do, in my opinion, to keep a new deck in its casing for so long and not get used. But I just was doing so many other things, and I just felt like I had to wait for the right moment to do the unboxing. And so here we are, and I'm just so happy that you're watching it with me. So here you can see card 11 is force, aka strength. And so that's how it differences. That's one of the slight differences with a Marseille style deck. Okay, we have our Hanged Man. And we have Death, which it's interesting that they put the 13 there, because in most Marseille style decks, it's unlabeled, meaning there was no number, but everything else was numbered. So that's how I guess it was figured out that this was card 13. But I do know that it can be unlabeled. I've just done a lot of research about tarot and cards. And I still have so much more to learn, which is what makes card divination so fascinating. It's just it's a constant learning experience. I mean, I just absolutely love it. Okay, so now we have Temperance. And we have our Devil. Look at this tower. This is probably one of the most peaceful tower cards I've ever seen. I'm usually terrified of this card. I mean, it literally terrifies me whenever I pull the tower, because in a traditional, like, Waite Smith style, it has lightning and it's crashing and crumbling and the people are flying from really up high. Here they're, you know, yes, they're still falling, but it looks like they're about to get back up in a way, and the sun is there. It's a really interesting representation. It actually puts me at peace seeing that. Okay. And of course, after the tower, we have the star. Ooh. Oh my God, guys, how did I keep this deck in a box so long? Oh, I'm beaming. Guys, oh my gosh, I love it. This is the moon. Look at the colors. Are you kidding me right now? Wow, I love it. I love the line work. I love the colors. It's gorgeous. Okay, and then of course we have our Sun card. Judgment. It's a pretty beautiful Judgment card too. And the World. Card 21 of the majors. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're going to get into the suits. And I had mentioned before that this is my first PIP deck. I'm so excited to start connecting with the suits in particular. So, which is these next 56 cards here. We have our aces through 10. And then we have our court cards, of course. But with PIP decks, it's very similar to a playing card where there's no imagery. So you really have to focus on what the card is really telling you. Okay, so here we have our Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. I have no idea what that says. There's no guidebook with this, so I'm probably going to be referencing my Way of Tarot book a lot with this deck, because lots of people have trouble reading pip decks because they don't, you know, it is what it is. Here we have Three of Cups. So, you know, typically Three of Cups when you're reading a Rider-Waite Smith deck is a celebration, a friendship. But the number 3 in general across the board is what you really need to focus on. And so what's interesting here is like this flower, it almost feels like a separation to me, when usually this card is about celebrating a joyous occasion with your friends. So it's really going to be about studying the numbers and the suits for me. Okay. So here we have our Four of Cups, which we know the number 4 means stability. Think of 4 legs on a table. Without one, you don't have stability. So, I mean, this is very structured. You know, with pip decks, it's very obvious, you know, as far as how they lay things out. You have to look at it as how they lay things out. Why didn't they do 4 in a line, 4 across, you know? 4 like this represents stability. So that's something you really have to understand as far as pip decks. So, okay, here's something really interesting too that I just noticed. So our ace, our 2, our 3, and our 4 don't have any, they only have the symbols, whereas here we have our card 5, and it has the Roman numeral on there. Huh. I wonder why that is. We'll see if the other suits are like that, or maybe this was like a misprint or something, which makes it even more unique. But since there's no guidebook with it, I just noticed that. I'm wondering if, okay, well, we'll see when we get there. Okay. Really interesting though. Okay, here we have our 6 of Cups. I just love the little floral line work too. And it's just very simple. And I kind of like that it's like a playing card, because that's how pip decks, you know, that's how this style of tarot was derived from, was from a playing card. Because they used to play games with these cards. It wasn't always about card divination. It was actually about games. Okay, so here we have our 7 of Cups. And you could see, you know, they're not much different, whereas in other types of decks, each image is different. If that makes sense. Like this is obviously very just straightforward. They all look, you know, pretty similar, you know. But that's why you really have to focus on the number. That's what makes these so special. Okay, so there's 9 of Cups. What a beautiful card. I love 9 of Cups. And 10 of Cups. Okay, so now we're getting into our court cards. Okay, now, with the court cards in a Marseille deck, I want to say, I don't know if it's called a knave or a page in the Marseille style. Let me, I mean, it's still, you know, so different decks have different, I guess I should look at just in the, I'm really good at starting a sentence and not finishing it, by the way, guys, so sorry about that. Okay, so they do call it he calls it the pages, so the page, the queen, the kings, and the knights. I'm wondering why the court cards has the knights after the pages, king and queen. I would have to, let me look up real quick, just so I'm making sure that I'm telling you guys the correct order here, because the way they have it ordered, obviously to me, is page, knight, queen, king. So maybe they just did that because most modern decks are like that. But in this book, he has the knight after the king and queen. So it's kind of quite interesting. Kings. Oh, yeah. And so he does have the knights. He has the knights after the king and queen. Kind of interesting. Okay. So here we go. Page of Cups. Knight of Cups. I love that the horse is pink. Come on, guys. How can you not love this? I'm obsessed. We have Queen of Cups. And our King of Cups. All right. Ooh, here we go. This is my suit, guys. Pentacles. I'm a Taurus. So earth signs connected to pentacles. And I always love how this suit looks, I feel like. So here we have our Ace of Pentacles. Gorgeous. Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. So here, once again, with the threes, you have the line work of the flowers kind of dividing them, but this is a collaboration. And you could kind of see with that, this reminds me actually like very much of the Illuminated Tarot that I have. That was like my first deck, but let me show you the Three of Pentacles on that one, just so you could see. See, that's what it reminds me of. Cool. Okay. Really cool. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. Six. And actually, is it, see, certain, they might call it coins in the Marseille. See, that's where things get all, since there's so many different types of decks in modern time right now, that's why you'll see certain decks call it discs. You'll have, because that comes from the thought, I'm so tongue-tied today, the thought style deck. I think the Marseille calls it, oh no, they call them pentacles. He has it pentacles in here. But there's other decks that call it coins. Oops. You stay on here, selenite. Yeah, there's other decks that call them coins, discs, pentacles. I always say pentacles. I'm used to the pentagram, that star shape that you normally see, which, you know, I'm just used to calling them pentacles. Okay. Getting back on track here, Jess. 7 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. And then we have our 10 of Pentacles. Okay, now we have our court cards. I just absolutely adore these cards. They are just so beautiful and the colors are perfect. Okay, so here's our page. Our knight. So our Knight of Pentacles is not riding on a pink horse like our Knight of Cups. Alrighty, there's our Queen. And here's our King. Very interesting. His crown is on the ground and then he has this hat. I'm so interested to dive back into this book because I haven't picked it up in a long time and I think it's going to be really interesting to learn some more on these cards. Oh, yes. Okay. I just got so surprised. I thought the deck was out of order, but then I realized I totally forgot that this is how traditional Marseille style decks are. So, okay, we obviously have our Ace of Wands here, right? You can see that that's the wand. But then 2 through 10, they are shown as batons. And they are straight. So how you can tell the difference between these and the swords is that the wands are straight. So this is our 2 of Wands. And now look at how I'm noticing that the 2 is there. So remember how I said in my cups 1 through 3 wasn't labeled? Look, in my cups. There's no numbers. It's like, it looks like it's like a misprint. Cards 2, 3, and 4. They don't have the Roman numerals on them. Hold on a second here. Did they have it for the Pentacles? No. That's really interesting. I have no idea if that is supposed to be like that or not. I don't really care. I still love this deck, but that is really bizarre. I should probably go watch someone else's unboxing and see what they have, because these probably were, since it was sold out for so long, this probably is a reprint of the 2nd edition. I could always email the Wandering Oracle who designed this deck, but okay, so going back, here we go. 2. I think I already showed you that one. Here we go. 3 of Wands. I love this about the Pip decks. I think the pattern is gorgeous. They get more complex as you go up, as you could see. So now we have 4 of Wands. 5 of Wands. 6. Seven. And so what's so interesting about this is, and you're going to see once I get to the sword suit, especially if you're not, I said, especially if you're not interested. Of course you're interested if you're watching this video. I was going to say, if you're not familiar with the style of the Marseille style, where I would have, for some reason, I would have always thought that these were the swords because they're straight, but they're not. The swords are curved, and I'll once I get there, I'll tell you. I had to shut my camera off for a second, so I may have lost my train of thought, but I think what I was saying was you'll see once we get to the swords, and I'll tell you why the swords are curved, but I just love the batons or the wands and the swords in the Marseille style deck. So pretty. Okay, now we have our court cards. So we have our page. I like his little mustache. Our knight. Our queen. And our king. Okay, now we're at our swords. So look at, here's our ace. Oh, guys, I am obsessed with this. Is anyone else feeling this, or are you like, nah, I can't do this. This is too much. Okay, so here we go. We have our swords, 2 of swords, which are curved. And so it's so interesting to me because I was like, how do you know which one is what? And so when I did the research, they said they made the swords curved like that special type of sword that used to be curved. I don't remember the exact name of it, but that's how they ended up curved. And then here you could even see like how random, like I don't know why this 3 of swords has an actual sword with it in the middle. I guess it's the 2 and then 3. So here you have 2 and 3 of swords. Cool. And then we have 4 swords. So all the odd ones, because here we have 5 and it's just like the 4, but with the 5th sword as the actual sword in the middle. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. 7. Ooh, I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm just so happy to finally have a Marseille style deck, and one that like fits my personality with the rainbow and pastel colors. Are you serious right now? Oh my gosh, this is great. 8. I love how it creates this like cross design there. And 9. And then the 10 with the 2 crossed in the middle. So awesome. I love it. And then we have our quartz. Okay. There's our page. Our knight. Our queen. And our king. All right, so that's our flip through. Don't know if I feel comfortable doing a reading with these yet, since it's very intuitional and you really need to be connected to the cards. And so I'm wondering if I should shuffle them for you. I think, well, you know what? Why not? Let's just do a 1-card pull. Oops. I'm not the greatest at shuffling. I say that a lot, and I'm gonna say that until I get better. But let's just do a 1-card pull to see what we need to focus on for today. Hopefully I can come up with a meaning of my own. They really shuffle nice. What do we need to focus on today? I want this one. Ooh. The Magician reversed. Now, I don't know with Marseille if you do reversals or not, but we have the Magician. So all I want to say to anyone watching this is a message that you are in control and can really have whatever you want in your life. The Magician always has all four suits. He's always holding the wand. He has the swords on the table, the cups on the table, and the pentacles on the table. And he is the first card in the major arcana, and really is so powerful because he can control and manifest anything that he desires. And so that is a great card for me to pull personally, because I absolutely love the Magician and what it stands for. And number 2, hopefully this is just a nice message for you to go after what you truly want in your life. This card is telling you to go for it because you are the creator of your reality. So what a great way to end this video. I would really appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up, especially if you love the deck. Please let me know if you have this deck, if you've worked with it, if you love working with it, if you're interested in working with it, if you could find it, because it took me forever to get my hands on it. And yeah, I just would absolutely love to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to my channel if you are interested in F words, flying, festivals, fashion, food, fitness, fine art, fulfill it yourself mentality, fulfill it yourself, home improvement projects, all of that. And especially if you are into card divination, tarot, oracle, or Lenormand, if you're into all of that, please consider subscribing to my channel. Once again, this pretty much is what I'm going for with my channel. I can be a master of everything if I want to, and what a great card to pull for today. Thanks so much, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.